Felina Mai Kako, welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps it aloha by being a hungry, hungry Hawaiian. I'm your host Kamaka, and when I say I'm a hungry, hungry Hawaiian, I ain't talking about food. I'm hungry for some news. And our guest today got all the news we need. But before we introduce him, I gotta remind you, one last time before Christmas, to check out our website at keepitaloha.com to get your favorite KIA merch, or head to mahaloshoots.com to get some merch just like the one I'm wearing right now. And if you really love us, you head over to Patreon at patreon.com/kamakadias to get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to this podcast. You already know we're an independent podcast, and every dollar goes to helping us bring you the best quality content every week. I know the holidays can be tough, and if supporting this podcast with money is not for you, but you still love listening to us, please consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. A simple 5-star review goes a long way and would be the greatest Christmas present I could ever ask for. Today, we have another amazing guest, the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian Isaac Scharsch. He has a really hard name to pronounce, or his last name. We get into some really good things all about Hawaii, all about his upbringing, all about news that happens here in Hawaii. If you're on social media, you know who this guy is. You know the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. We don't really know his life story though. So we're going to dive into all of it, and you'll see that he's just a normal, regular brother that loves to support the community. So let's introduce our guest. Support for this podcast comes from Texaco in Hawaii, which features 58 convenient locations across the state. Fueling up at Texaco is fast and easy when you use the Texaco mobile app to pay at the pump. The Texaco mobile app is a contactless way to pay for fuel so you can get in and out of the gas station quickly. Fuel your car and fuel yourself. Pick up your favorite local snacks and ice cold drinks at your neighborhood Texaco today. Texaco at Techron, driving performance. Our guest today is a social media personality from the island of Oahu. He is the man known all over Hawaii social media as the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. This one-man online news source has been keeping us up to date on the good, the bad, and the ugly of everyday life here in Hawaii. He is a father and snorkel guide in Waikiki and has a passion for community. I am so stoked to talk stories with him today. His name is Isaac Scharsch. Aloha, Isaac. Welcome to the Keep It Low podcast. How you doing?
How's it? Thank you for having me.
Of course. Did I say your last name correctly?
Scharsch, yeah.
Scharsch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's rare.
It looks kind of tricky when you look at it, but then if you kind of sound it out, you got it. Scharsch.
Yeah. A lot of people say random stuff too, like shark one time.
Shark.
I was like,
Isaac Shark.
Yeah, I was like, I wish, but no, it's not.
Well, yeah, mahalo for coming into the studio. You know, one of the last episodes of the year. I'm happy that you get to be one of our guests. I wanted to have you in for a little bit. I first want to mahalo you for supporting us from the beginning. I don't know if people knew this. I mean, we've only met once or twice in person maybe, but we've communicated on social media, but you always help share our podcast early on in like the first year, second year, and all of that, and you're always just a big supporter, so I really appreciate you doing that.
But I guarantee I'm always trying to help put everybody out there too, you know?
Yeah, totally. And you don't ask for anything in return. Even when I talk with Danny from 808 Barrio, she speaks really highly of you. She's like, oh yeah, Isaac is awesome.
She's solid.
Yeah. So I love to see it, and I just love that you're putting in your own time and effort to keep us updated with everything, even quicker than the news sometimes, right?
Sometimes, yeah, pretty quick. We kind of work together sometimes, like just letting each other know when something's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you're recently on the news, not for, something good. I know your house got attacked, which is crazy. How are you doing since then?
We're doing a lot better. Yeah. Just kind of decompressing after the whole thing. Kind of came as a big surprise.
Totally.
Everybody's, full, just ate Thanksgiving.
About the kanak, yeah.
Yeah, we were like mid-kanak when it happened. We just heard like a loud bang on the wall and looked outside, saw the glowing light. I already knew. I was like, that's an orange. That's a fire. Yeah, for sure. I was like, that's a fucking fire. But yeah, I went outside and then seen it, and I wasn't really thinking on my toes because I was like half asleep, still full.
Yeah.
I was able to put it out with some water, which is surprising because you're not supposed to throw water on gas. But I was able to do it.
I guess they made it pretty poorly.
Yeah, they used wine bottles.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like the hardest bottles to break.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it kind of just like ricocheted off the wall.
Yeah, and he threw two at the same time, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
like
okay.
he kind of like lit one, and then I think he used the one he lit to light the other one, and then he kind of like threw it like that.
Guarantee is on Portuguese.
Guarantee.
Guarantee.
Guarantee, right? And the way he ran too, he kind of like ran one way. And
Oh,
was
you
like,
saw him. You saw him run away.
Yeah, he's all hooded.
Oh,
Hooded. He had a
dang.
mask on. Couldn't really tell who it was.
Okay, well, hopefully don't do that, people.
Yeah.
Don't be undame.
Yeah, just learn how to, deal with things patiently and kind of learn how to let things go too. People
Totally.
kind of like react so fast nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think social media has a lot to do with it. Just reacting in the comments, like, oh, I gotta say something quick back, without even like taking the time to think, should I or what should I say to maybe diffuse this?
Yeah, totally. And you're in the thick of it all. You're posting multiple times a day.
Yeah.
You're getting comments coming in like probably hundreds at a time.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And then I got my kids coming in asking me questions about their teams too, the two girls. So I'm just like.
Yeah. Oh, and quick, I guess backstory. I used to live about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, at this place, like a little apartment complex. And the lady, super nice lady, Ruth, she's so awesome. She lived beneath us on the floor below, and she would watch Isaac's kids.
Yeah, my boys. I give her credit because they are nuts.
Yeah, they're funny.
So cool.
Yeah. And we'd all say hi to them when we would go back up the stairs too, because we also have to pass Ruth's place to go up to ours, and they're so classic, and we'd always give them food or snacks or whatever.
Bro, thank you.
Yeah.
They're so wild.
And they'd finish it
credit.
so quickly.
Oh, fast. Yeah.
We talked to Ruth, and they're like, yeah, that boy, they ate all of it in one sitting, and all that. Yeah, he had a sore stomach after.
Yeah, they're so wild. My mom always told me that I was gonna get it back tenfold, and man, I'm getting back at least 200-fold with those two.
Yeah.
They're so crazy. They're like two clones of me.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, we got a lot to get into. We see the social media personality of the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. We've been seeing it for years on social media, but we don't really know the story of the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. So I want to get into it right now. I just want to address the people. As you can see, if you're watching the live feed, I have my knee brace. I had my surgery since then. I have a little facial hair. I came out of hibernation just to do this episode. So let's get into it. It's going to be a great one. Where are you from? Where are you grad? And what was it like growing up?
So I was kind of raised all over. I was born and raised Hakimo Road, West Side. And then when I was about 8, we moved to Kalihi Valley. And then from there, we moved to Lower Papakolea. And then from there, we moved back to Kalihi Valley. And I was homeschooled till I was about 8th grade. I went to school in kindergarten for a little bit, and I was heavily bullied. And I had, they were going to put me on Ritalin. So my parents didn't want that.
Is Ritalin kind of like the kind Adderall?
Yeah. They said I couldn't focus, and which is understandable. I see my boys now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I get it, I understand. So they took me out, homeschooled me, kept me in sports so that I wouldn't be sheltered from socializing and all that. And then first school I went back to school was St. Louis. And I was pretty kolohe over there. I couldn't really like keep myself together because I wasn't used to being in school. I wasn't used to being in a classroom. From there, I ended up getting let go, and I went to Myron B. Thompson about 9th grade.
Okay,
And
what is
then
that?
It's a online school.
Oh, okay, never heard of it.
Yeah, it's Myron B. Thompson. It's Nainoa Thompson's school.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
I had no
Yeah,
idea you had a school.
yeah, it was all online.
Oh, the teachers was the stars.
Yeah, pretty much. Like as far as we knew, like because it was all online,
Yeah.
But from there, I went to Word of Life,
Okay.
and then Word of Life. From there, I went to Farrington for a little bit, and then from Farrington, I went to McKinley,
Holy.
and then that was about 10th grade. I ended up dropping out because
It just wasn't for you.
I was just wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't stay in class, and I was just really wild. Yeah, so from there, I dropped out 10th grade, and then my parents were like, "You need to get a job." So I started working Waikiki Beach Boys. Hawaiian Oceans was my first job, and that's kind of where Hungry Hawaiian started. Was just seeing crazy stuff happening down there and just filming it. The cops arresting people, fights, going out to like lures at night and seeing like riots or like fights going on and filming, meeting other people, and telling them, if you guys see anything going on, let me know, shoot it to me, and I'll post it. And then my friend, one of my good friends, Moki Miranda,
Mm-hmm.
his father was a captain on the Nahoku,
Oh,
but
wow.
he was a runaway. I met him when I ran away, and we kind of like built Hungry Hawaiian together, sort of,
Mm-hmm.
without like talking about it. Then one day he was like, "Hey, you should just start posting like what we film around here, but like from around the whole islands."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of like just all the crazy stuff, or
Mm-hmm.
just stuff going on." But it was more just like all the batshit crazy shit
Mm-hmm.
going on, like fights and like cops chasing people and like big parties and like stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, around what time was this? Like, what year? It was probably at least 2010, after like
Oh yeah.
2011 when Instagram came out,
It was
right?
like
So,
2013 when we first
okay.
started. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2013.
Okay, yeah. And my sister-in-law, Leha Hale, she commented on my story, saying that you're going to be on the podcast, saying that she really appreciates you. I don't know if you remember her. She used to surf in Waikiki a lot, but she said you were always super nice to her and like her crew, because when they would go out, they would leave their stuff with you.
Oh, at
You
the
and I,
stand.
I don't know who else, but she said that you and somebody else were always super nice to them. So,
It was probably
yeah.
Moki, yeah, for sure. Me and
Yeah.
him were just always drinking, just nonstop drinking on the beach. Like I'd get down there to go open up the stand, and he'd be,
Uh-huh.
because he was still living on the beach, so he'd be like sleeping in the sand,
Mhm.
sometimes on his back or like face down, and like you only see that he's breathing because the sand's like shooting out of the side.
Oh yeah, you see some
I'm
like
like, is he all
grains moving.
good? And I look, and it's like, so I'm like, oh, okay, he's breathing. And then I'll walk away, and I'll go to open the desk, and then he'll get up, and he'll be like, hey, I'll turn around, he's all sitting up already. Like I didn't make any noise to wake him up. He didn't hear me opening the stand, but he's like, hey, take one shot. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm like, brah. I was like, shoots, give me the bottle.
That's the morning coffee right there. The Waikiki coffee, morning
Yeah,
coffee.
it was pretty nuts. Like
Yeah.
by the time it was like 8 a.m., we were like stumbling. Like,
Hammered.
hey, where you like your umbrella? Telling the tourists over
You take
here.
them yourself.
Right there, you can dig them over there. If you like, just don't go close to the water. Yeah.
I've heard stories of the Waikiki Beach Boys, right? That's kind of like an iconic era
Oh, yeah.
in Waikiki, right? So that was like the tail end of it. So now we don't really have Waikiki Beach Boys anymore.
There is more down towards like Duke side. There is like the original. A lot of the originals are still down there, and there's a lot of like Ronins now. They kind of like doing it on their own,
Okay.
and then making their own businesses.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the Monizes.
yeah?
They got their shop like right on what was that, Koa? Not Koa Ave, Uluniu. Yeah, and I grew up watching Khalees them
Yeah.
grow up, and Connie, and they're small. They'd
Yeah.
see me,
Johnny too. Yeah.
Johnny, and then his brother Monkey, and they saw me at my craziest stages. So they already knew. They're like, okay, that's why you don't do that.
Hey, so you were a good role model to them in a sense of what not to
And
do.
look, hey, check
Yeah.
this out. No, that's why you don't do this.
So they should thank you.
Yeah,
The parents should thank you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Malia and JP were always I was always super close with JP, Khalees's dad. But he's solid. That guy's a legend, bro.
Yeah.
He just paddled from Molokai.
Oh wow. Super
Like
cool.
he did like the paddle. I think it took him like 4 hours.
Yeah.
That guy's next level, big
Cool.
time.
So how did you go from you're moving to all these places, from West Side to Kalihi, to back and forth? How did you end up like getting close to all the Waikiki people and started? When did you decide you should start filming in Waikiki? Is it you were a big surfer, you a big water man, or what was it?
I would surf, but not like a lot like them. I would be like more on the beach, like working, like digging umbrellas.
Okay. So it was just mainly because you needed a job.
Because I started down there, yeah. And
Yeah.
then, but when I was a runaway, I would hang out in Waikiki a lot, which is like still where a lot of the runaways like end up, is in Waikiki.
Is that like a big thing? Runaways here in Hawaii?
Yep, lots, especially Waikiki. I still run into a lot of them.
Huh.
Yeah.
So they're just like kids that run away from their house. So they're, I guess, considered houseless or
Yeah.
homeless or whatever.
That's like, Waikiki's like it's like the playground. for like a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
People want to party or like go make some trouble. They go Waikiki, you know. It's like a little island. You got to cross a couple bridges to get into it.
Oh, interesting.
But a lot of runaways hang out down there because it's like a spot where they can survive. It's like a little easier. That's why there's a lot of homeless down there too, because it's really easy for them to
Yeah, I mean,
survive.
sleep on the beach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they all eat out of the trash cans. They can like ask tourists that you don't see the same people every day, you know. New people you can ask for money every day.
Yeah.
And then some comfy places to sleep if you know where to go, because the beach closes at 12.
Okay.
And then once the beach closes at 12, then you got to know where to be, like in the cut, or you're going to get kicked off the beach or even arrested for being on the beach.
Oh, that's crazy. It's like a whole new world that we don't know about, you know?
Yeah. Especially, you would never think in Waikiki too, because it's like really like, you know, it's for the tourists and it's like Disneyland,
Yeah.
you know? But
Interesting. Okay, so you started off as a Waikiki Beach boy, and then you started filming everything. And then how did you decide to name it Hungry Hungry Hawaiian?
that
You was hungry, that's why.
I was hungry. I was hungry all the time, but mostly for vodka back then, which was terrible. Back when it first started, I was very reckless, very irresponsible, and I didn't really understand what it was going to become. You know, it was kind of just all fun and like, and then it just started growing. And then I was like, okay, I got to be a little bit more, because sometimes I would post something and I'm like at a party, you know, and people would be like, don't post that. Like, wow, that's crazy. Don't post that. I'm like, I end up posting it and I don't remember the next day. And I wake up and I look at my phone. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, my God. They're like, I told you not to post it. They're like, oh, you're all drunk, though. I was like, fuck, I should probably not even look at my phone if I'm drinking, or just not drink. But that's why I kind of decided to like, once I got clean, I decided to change it around for awareness. That's how, if you notice, there was kind of a switch back in like 2017, 2018. It started switching up for more awareness and like news.
Because it was mainly just like you said, like crazy
Just
stuff.
crazy
like
shit going on.
gnarly things happening.
Yeah, all the time without any like thought about what, you know, should I post it, or I was just like, if I seen them, I think everybody got to see them.
Because this is real. This is like what's actually happening, right?
Yeah, and that's why a lot of my pages got taken down too, was because, you know, I was being irresponsible. I didn't even know the guidelines. I wasn't paying attention to it at all.
It was still so early, you know, social media. We didn't figuring it out, you know?
That is super true. Yeah, it was super early.
Yeah. I think once they started monetizing things, they became more strict.
Yes.
So I think that's what happened. That's what turned it. Okay, so you had that, and for, I don't know, what was that, 2013 to 2017, you had that switch, and until now, so about like 11 years you've been doing it, right?
Yeah.
And you've seen some crazy stuff, huh?
Oh, man.
And I didn't realize until you started going live all the time that you're like moving. Like you're like I think the news said you're like a local vigilante or something,
they
right?
said that, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
But you're not like a vigilante fighting crime. You're just reporting crime.
Yeah.
You're like a reporter, vigilante reporter, I guess.
Yeah, I just want to show like what's going on, make sure nothing slips in between the cracks. That I believe everyone needs to know what's going on around them so that they can be prepared for anything that might be happening out there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on that isn't being shown.
How are you not affected by these things? Because like we talked right before the podcast about your last live that you did, or maybe not your last live, but one of the lives you did, you were reporting a guy hanging off of a hotel balcony, and I joined that live. I was watching for about 40 minutes to an hour, and then I see the camera move, and all the comments are like, this guy jumped or he slipped off or something.
Yeah, that
like,
was...
How do you deal with that? Because I was
still learning,
watching, and I was like, oh, that was nuts. I remember texting my girlfriend. I remember calling Jordan, like, dude, this guy just like jumped off.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And then the comments, people were so terrible in the comments, like jump and like
people are always
you wouldn't
so terrible.
jump or something, gainer, like, oh my gosh,
like it's
crazy.
You know, there's a time and a place to be joking about stuff, and it really blows my mind that people say stuff like that. I mean, I can understand. I mean, I really can't, but I can kind of get it, like when they're saying it from like, you know, anonymous burner accounts, but some people just say it from theirs. Like, we can see who you are, everything. Like, I mean, I guess, like I always tell people, the comments show your character. It really does, like most of the time. That's why I'm terrified to even look sometimes at the comments. But yeah, that one was crazy. That really taught me a lot. because when I got there, I was like, should I go live? I'm like, okay, maybe if I go live, then everyone can pray, and then maybe we can get this guy down. I mean, realistically, that's not always how it works, and
Yeah.
it showed me right there. I mean, prayer does work,
Yeah,
but
and there were some good comments, and
there was some
yeah,
very
yeah,
very good comments.
prayers and
People were
positive
like locked
messages.
in, just
Yeah.
trying to get that guy down, like by praying and being positive. But there was also a bunch of people just being terrible,
Yeah.
like just terrible in the comments. And yeah, I didn't expect him to jump, which he didn't. He just the HPD tried to grab him. They did an awesome job at grabbing him, but he was naked. There's nothing to grab onto. They looked like they had a good grip on him. They grabbed both of his arms, and then he ripped one out, and then he kind of went back, and then he pulled the other one too, and then just went. Like I think he just knew. I don't know.
He know he wasn't going back over
like,
the balcony. It's
yes,
either
exactly.
backwards or nothing else.
Yeah, and it was just so sad too, because you got to be at a really dark place to make that kind of decision.
Totally. Yeah, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of it, maybe even experienced a lot of it in your life. How do you what is your mental exercises, or how do you get yourself to a place where you're not in a dark spot like that?
My kids help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they understand. I never fully had that talk with them. That they do help reset me a lot, and that's actually what helped me pull myself out of drug addiction. Was my kids, which is a big thing for a lot of people that pull themselves out. The ones who don't have kids and they do it and don't go to rehab, I give them major credit. But yeah.
It's just like having something to live for.
Yeah, no, it's a way for me to cope with my past and kind of give back, and it's a way to honor my father. I lost him to drug addiction and houselessness, and yeah, it's a big way for me to cope. And I feel like he's watching, and he did say before he passed that you could really do something with this, and that's one of the main reasons why I chose to switch it up.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure your kids, once they're a little older, they're gonna really understand it and appreciate you.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
like you
just-
think about us growing up, we didn't appreciate our parents until we were much older, right?
Yeah, you never know until either
Yeah.
you got your own or like your nephew. You know what? You're watching your nephews or your,
Exactly.
your nieces grow up.
Yeah, your parents say, "Hey, can you go pick up somebody from practice or take them to school?" And you're like,
Yeah, like bro,
I gotta
was
do it
gonna go
one day. They gotta do it every day.
Yeah, I was
for
gonna go
18 years.
surf or
Yeah.
One of the other ways I decompress or reset myself is just going in the ocean or even better, freshwater pond. And just the hike there is just like a ritual.
So just getting in touch with nature.
Yes, big time.
Disconnecting because you're so connected on the
So it's
social
nonstop.
media, right?
I literally answer everyone's
You're so
DM,
good. You're
every
so
single
on
one.
it.
And sometimes I'm kind of like, cross-eyed already. I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I'm reading this like multiple times and I'm answering like, knowing what I'm saying, not just kind of just saying something just so I can go to the next one.
Yeah. So your screen time must be crazy, huh?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Does your eyes get sore? Do you have to use blue light glasses? Do you have to?
I had some at one
glasses?
point, but I'm sure it is taking its toll, and I gotta like really.
You should probably need to get some blue light glasses.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I forget about stuff. I'm so locked in.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Same
to
with me.
everything.
Same with me.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone too. Like, super locked into technology nowadays.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you're kind of known as the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian, you've done something iconic when, for example, you take a piece of trash and you shoot it in a trash can and you say Kobe. That's how you left a mark on society. When there's something crazy happening or people are filming and saying, "Oh, Hungry Hungry Hawaiian."
Yeah.
Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. Like world star, world star.
That kind of blew my mind when that started happening.
Yeah, so you have I guess you're known for something, like when people are recording news or something happening,
Or
they go
something
Hungry
crazy.
Hungry Hawaiian.
Yeah, something crazy. Or there was some that was coming in and they were filming some stupid stuff. I'm like, no.
But you
like,
kind of want to change that narrative at this point.
Yeah, it took a while to change that because there was a lot of stuff coming in, and I'm like, hey, this situation, if you can, you should help, not film, or call for help. Or tell someone else, hey, film this while I help, or call the cops while I help.
Like somebody help them.
Yeah, exactly. So much of that. There's so much of that.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times too, like I'll end up getting there before uh like EMS because I use this app called Pulse Point,
Oh,
and
okay.
it alerts civilians of medical emergencies happening.
Oh, okay. So that's how you're. I thought they just had like a hungry, hungry Hawaiian bat signal or something.
That would be too demanding. I think that thing would be on like nonstop, and it would just be me nonstop running around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of nuts to have something like that at all times.
Hmm.
But uh, yeah,
Yeah. So, how do you get around?
I was using my Suron.
What is that?
It's a electric dirt bike.
Oh, okay.
That thing would get me there fast, but like it's kind of hard too because I gotta be safe for not just me but like other people.
Mm-hmm.
But that thing was like I could get there quick, like even being safe.
So it's like a moped, but like smaller because it's like a bike, right?
Yeah,
So you can kind
e-bike.
of weave between things a little.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like doing that because it was way too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Like I seen everybody else doing it, and I'm like, oh, they're nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
But they are, more skilled. A lot of guys grew up riding like bikes and like dirt bikes
Yeah.
and e-bikes. I didn't. I grew up bombing hills on a skateboard, and even that,
Oh, you're a skater. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I used to bomb like a lot of hills. You remember like the Tantless
Yeah,
run
yeah.
and all that. Yeah, but I was never good at power sliding.
Okay.
I would have to like slow down before I hit the turn.
You go super fast, and then when you turn, you're just like 1 mile per hour.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
go super fast.
exactly. And then I gotta start kicking again just to start getting the speed. Yeah, because I used to try and slide, and I used to eat it all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I used to bomb. We used to bomb Ward on the way to McKinney.
Oh, okay.
I used to like walk up because I used to live down by Kamamalu, right below Papakale, and then we'd walk up the I think it was Prospect, and then we'd get to Ward and then bomb, and then we wouldn't have spotters. So like a couple times
Oh,
almost died. I had to like eat it into like Thomas Square.
oh, that's nuts.
Yeah, super. So I didn't grow up riding bikes, so I'm like way more careful when I do ride the bike around.
And you have kids now, so it's
Yes.
totally different, right?
Even more, yeah. So it's not just me I gotta worry about.
Yeah.
And even my kids,
Totally.
And
What do you?
that's-
Sorry.
no worries.
Well, what do you love the most about what you do?
Helping people, giving people a voice, finding out where I can help people with like donations. That's another hard one too, because you never know who's like actually in need and who's just saying they are. What else? I do love being, it's kind of an adrenaline rush to be like in the shit, like right in the middle of like a big scene going on. Right before I came here, there was unfortunately I think it was a suicide.
Oof.
I ruled out pretty much everything else. Somebody sent in a video of a guy laying on the side of the H1 right next to the vineyard cutoff, right after, under the bridge. And yeah, I like being in the scenes, but when it comes to stuff like that, it's like I get there and I'm like, oh, that's what's happening.
Dang, that's crazy.
But yeah, I do like being around when I'm kind of comfortable. I kind of grew up around a lot of mental illness in the family and some drug addiction and stuff. So I'm kind of used to being around a lot of it.
Yeah, so you're not like taken aback by crazy stuff happening. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, that's a regular Tuesday.
Yeah,
That's
kind
a
of.
Tuesday afternoon for me.
Yeah, pretty much. That's, people ask me all the time, like, how do you deal with, like seeing all that all the time? And I'm like, I kind of grew up around it. I mean, it does affect me still, of course. It would affect anybody.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So sorry, I have to adjust my
No,
leg. It's getting
Let me know if you
sore.
need some help.
No worries.
You got that, bro.
Yeah. Well, I want to get into this fun game that we have before we take a break, and then I'll get a little stretching.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll take a little shishi break because I feel like you would be the perfect guest for this. And Christmas is coming up, and I feel like if you're looking for a gift and you're a last minute Christmas shopper, I think Mo Gabs by Hawai'i, my other business, would be a great thing to get. But in the recent months, we actually released an adult version of Mo Gabs. So you've guys seen this on the podcast before. We played it with multiple guests. It's super fun. It's like this gibberish that you have to decode. It's like a local version of Mad Gabs, where you would read something like Cone Hawk Offie, Cone Hawk Offie, and it's supposed to make a local phrase, Kona Coffee. So we created an adult version, a dirty version, and we're gonna play it with Isaac because this is the guy that I know is gonna enjoy this game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we have the little deck versions. We have this big one so that people can see and then you can see. So I'm gonna read some. So we practiced a little bit. So I think you know how to do it, right?
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh, you can't say that. Oh,
No,
it does.
you can't
I was
say
like,
that.
No, that's awesome.
You guys will be surprised with what is said on these things. Okay, so let's
See if I
start
can
off.
get them. I was having a little bit of trouble with a couple of them.
Yeah, we'll see. No pressure. Only billions of people are watching you right now.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
not
so-
too bad then.
Here, and I'll hold it up to the stuff real quick and try read it out loud so they can see.
Foul, kink, dumb, me. Foul, kink, dummy. Fucking dummy. Fucking
go.
dummy.
Okay, here, let's try this one.
Mapu nan is sore. Mapu nani my punani sore. My punani sore. Bro, those are fucking.
Isn't it classic? Here,
Yeah,
let's try.
I like those because it's like the adult version, you know.
Okay, here.
It's like dirty.
Yeah. We did you dirty with my punani sore here. We'll get you back.
Hike hat one beak bod hole. Hike hat one beak bod hole. Hike hat one beak bod hole. I'm missing something, right?
I can have it. I get.
Hike hat one big butthole. I get one big butthole. No.
Other way. Other end.
Hike hat one big butthole.
The other end of your butthole.
The other end of your butthole. I'm something's going on in my brain right now. It's not braining.
Bodo.
Oh, I get one big bottle. Oh wow.
There you go. I guess not true then, because you can't say it, huh?
I like how I did myself dirty on that one.
I was trying to give you one. I was giving you a layup right there.
And when I'm saying it, I didn't even realize what I was saying too. I'm just so locked in.
Hey, it's the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. He going big butthole.
Bro, don't ask me how.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
let's
bro.
try this one.
Wow. I set myself up on that one. Cook, rise, nut, ties. Cook, rise, nut, ties. Cook, rise, nut, ties.
You got it.
What? Cook,
You're
rise,
saying it.
cook, rise, nut, ties.
The first, you got it already.
Cook, rise.
What is that?
Cook, rise. I know that I'm saying and I can hear it, but for some reason it's not there. Cook, rise, nut ties. Cook, rise, nut ties.
You guys should be playing as well, the listeners.
Yeah, I wish people would be throwing out some
Cook. It's cook.
cook rice, not ice.
There you go. Cook rice, not ice.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just see this.
My brain's
Oh,
hardly
this is a
ever
fun one. This
braining.
is a fun one.
It's surprising I can do what I do. Pawn on heap at row. Pawn on heap at row. Pawn on heap at row. 69.
I can kind of hear.
Punani.
Oh, there you go.
Pawn on heap at row. Pawn on heap at row. Pawn on heap at row.
You got the first one. The first word.
Pawn on heap.
Punani.
Pawn on heap at row.
You there's a car that drives around with this word on it. It's 2 words. Punani.
Patrol.
There you go. You're close.
My
you're
brain
close.
is not braining.
No, you
today.
just have to kind of read it in certain ways, or kind of like read it fast, read it slow.
Yeah, try different like approaches to the
Okay, here, let's just try
pronunciation.
Let's find another one. What about this one? I like this. Maybe you can tell your kids this one.
Trifle kink who hate.
Try read it fast.
Trifle kink who hate. Trifle kink who hate. Trifle kink who hate. Troy fucking who hate, bro. This is a good game, bro. This is a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure other people will probably.
Yeah, when
get
you
it.
have help, you know,
Yeah.
it's a
Troy full king who hate.
You got it.
I still Troy full king who hate.
You got the
Try
first part
fucking-
already.
Try fucking wait.
There you go. There you go.
Bro, it's there too. It's like it's right there, and I'm like,
Okay. Let's just do a couple more before your
No,
brain malfunctions.
it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, you got it. You got to keep going.
Let's test
okay.
it. Let's
okay,
test
okay,
it.
okay. This is a fun one.
so can't hear us. So can't hear us. So
You got it.
can't hear us. So can't hear us.
So there's a lot of F
Russ.
words. So you got
So can't hear us. So fucking
when somebody's annoying.
so fucking hear us. Oh,
There
bro,
you
this game is that, bro.
Okay, it's what about this? I like this one.
You fool love she hit. Yo fool. You fool love she hit.
You're saying it.
What? You fool. You guys probably all hear it, but I just.
Yeah.
You fool love she hit.
You're saying it.
You.
I'm
Then I
telling you
am.
now.
This is so me, bro. Just straight.
You're saying it.
You-
Say it again.
You fool love she hit.
You don't hear it?
Guaranteed. Everyone knows that I just
You?
don't know. You fool love she hit. You
The last word is what is
fool love she hit. You full of shit. That's like I'm literally saying it.
It's hard though. It's hard when you're
I'm
just
looking
here-
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
words,
Yeah, you
I'm
can
just, like,
you
only
can try me.
thinking
Yeah,
that.
you can see how it is.
Okay.
So this is the answer of the one over here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can look through them. You can flip
Wow, I
around.
like this game,
Yeah.
bro. I need one for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some to take home.
My kids will be
Yeah.
cracking up.
Yeah, you can do the regular Mo Gabs for the young ones, and then the adult one for the older ones. So you hold it up to me, and I have to. Try
Okay,
to-
I was just
Okay.
okay. Got it. So
I don't know how good I am. My uncle's mahu. My uncle's mahu.
my uncle's mouth.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, Roger. And then of course I gotta grab another one, not flip it
Yeah.
the other way. Bro, so Portuguese. I'm not even Portuguese too, bro.
Hey, that's how. One daring problem. One daring problem. Once daring problem. Once like one something problem. One. Is it one drinking problem? Oh, one staring problem. One staring problem. Okay.
Bro, you're getting them faster than me.
Well,
though,
I
still.
played this, so I know
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
how to read it and what. So I
Bro,
got a little bit practice.
I was tripping out when I was doing it. I was like, bro, I know I'm saying it.
Finger. Finger. I'm gonna guess finger.
Oh, yep.
Finger. My social. My shosh. Myself. Finger myself. Is that what it is? Finger my shosh.
That last
My
one.
sauce. My shosh. My shosh. My finger my sushi. Oh, my pussy.
Oh,
No?
pretty much, but not that not that
My
word.
punani. My finger my sosh. What?
You've got to say it.
What other words for vagina?
Local word for vagina, like
Pun?
like.
Finger my sosh. So why can't I get this? See, it's not just you.
There's no way I would have got this one. There's
my
no way.
Sosh.
Finger my
Choach.
I would have never guessed that, bro. I don't know. Like I know that word and I know how it's used, but I would have never thought it would.
And it's all pigeon stuff. It's all pigeon.
bro.
Yeah.
It's
So
like-
you gotta think pigeon.
It's so good,
Yeah, no,
bro.
see, I know there's one that I wanted to do for you. I gotta look for it again.
It's so pigeon. It's like on point as fuck.
Where was it?
That's some good game, bro.
Yeah, this is a
Drinking would be even
exactly.
more
We're just a bunch of your
classic.
friends. Here, try this one. Well,
Bro, a whole room full of people would be right.
totally,
Guaranteed,
yeah.
bro.
You gotta try them with the Waikiki clan.
Oh,
I'll
such
give you a couple
good
so you
idea.
can give to people.
Bro, shoot.
Yeah. Here, try read this one. I look for.
Ho'iu fucka. Ho'iu fucka?
Yeah, that's the easy one.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. What about this one?
How win doof Mike? How win doof Mike cuz hen? How we doing, my cousin? No. How win doof Mike cuz hen? How win doof Mike cuz hen?
You got the cousin.
How win doff my cousin? How wine doff? How win ho
So I
oh how win doof my cousin? What?
it's like
Wait.
we say this all the time for to have sex.
Oh. How
I like, hey baby girl, like
how win doof my cousin? Just sounds like something else.
this is like
wrong
the
for a second there.
the choch one, but you got to think of like another word that we say for like to have intercourse. How locals say it, let's have intercourse.
How win doof my cuss hen? How win doof my cousin? How win doof
So I win. It's, it's like a pigeon. I win.
But the N sounds like my cousin.
It is my cousin. So what did you do with your cousin?
Wait, what?
I win.
I win.
It's when we have intercourse, but it's a pigeon local word that we say. Hey, what, baby girl? Like.
Oh my god! It literally says it without the D. I win oof my cousin.
Oh, gross, Isaac! Disgusting.
It literally says it, bro. How did I not get that?
Okay, last one, because I don't know if this is the one I was trying to find, but here, this is a good one.
Hen of hawk or hound. Hen of hawk or hound. I know fuck around. Oh.
Oh, dang it! I showed the wrong side. I meant to show this one. I don't know if you saw the answer already.
No fuck. Oh, wow. Full can't horist. Full can't horist. Full can't horist. Full. Wait, almost had it. Full can't horist. Full can't horist. Full can't.
You just said it.
Full can't. Fucking tourist.
There we go. There we go. And we'll end it on that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the adult Mo Gabs presented by Hawaiiverse. So go check them out. You can order it. I think this episode will be up a week before Christmas, so you got time to order. I know we're gonna be at I don't know where we're at. I know we're at maybe Native Books on Oahu and a couple places on the Big Island. But yeah, go check them out. Fun game, yeah.
Bro, killer gags, guarantee.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple and then let me know how you like it and how everybody else likes it.
Bro, I gotta make one challenge it down. That's a good
totally,
one.
yeah.
That's a good
I mean,
one.
it could be like a social media stuff. We have the filter on social media.
Oh yeah,
like the kind where it goes over your head and you have to guess what it is.
Oh,
we have a Mo Gabs version of it.
No way, bro.
We gotta do the one with the adult version. I don't think we have one with the adult version.
Bro, I like that one because the thing is super. Like you would never guess it would be that dirty. You know? Like you think dirty, but that one is like I went oof my cousin.
Yeah. I went finger in my throat.
yeah, bro. That
no, this is the real dirty. I didn't make any of these, but it's just my business partners. I didn't even know. So we did the Made in Hawaii festival a couple of months ago, and I didn't even know that they created this. I went to help out because I'm pretty hands off with Hawaiiverse now. So I went there and I was reading some of it, and I was like, "Oh, this is like gnarly stuff.
Bro.
This is like
Deep,
old
guy.
hungry Hawaiian.
No,
stuff.
full on, bro. That's some good one for trick everybody for say stuff.
Yeah. Oh, playing with like the aunties or uncles or like
the
grandma or grandpas. That would be classic.
They say stuff. They're like,
yeah, exactly. And
what?
Don't even tell them. Yeah, don't even tell them.
That's the best. Don't even tell them it's so dirty.
Oh, that could be good videos that people make.
That
Yeah,
would
just
be-
like, hey, grandma, read this.
Bro, that's the
a
one
good
right
idea,
there,
yeah. I
guaranteed.
gotta go tell my team to do that for marketing.
Bro, she make one like for like tourists or like foreigners
Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, this is
somehow.
Mo stuff.
No,
I
this
don't
is for
know.
like locals.
So it's also good, like when you have the Mo Gabs, when you're playing with people, maybe they've been living here for a while, to see how local they are. See
Yeah.
how much pidgin they understand. Yeah.
That's one good
So
one,
that's
bro.
a good test when I play the Mo Gab with people who aren't necessarily from here, and then sometimes they're getting it more than the locals. We're like,
Yeah,
huh, I guess
that's
you're not
kind of
that
trippy.
local.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun, and it's just there's ways to play. You can know the phrase, or you can kind of just be really good at like deciphering the words, you know.
Like hearing yourself
Yeah,
saying it.
yeah.
My thing is, I'm looking at the words.
Yeah.
I'm saying it. I'm not hearing what I'm saying. I'm just looking at the words.
And
you know
then
what I
how
mean?
you pronounce it too is differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like some like for this dish head, some people could be like dish head.
Yeah.
Or somebody said dish head.
Or dish.
Dish, yeah, dish. So like depends how you say it.
It's like a mind trick thing. You think you gotta say it not the way it's spelled. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So you gotta focus a little bit, but it's super fun.
Yeah,
right
that
on,
threw me
Mahalo
off.
for playing with us. Let's take a quick shishi break. I'll stretch a little bit, and then we'll get right back with the social media questions.
Roger.
Right on. What if we told you the next 3 times you fill your tank, you could save money? Well, at Texaco in Hawaii, it's true. You can get $1 off per gallon on your next 3 visits when you download the Texaco app and join Texaco Rewards. Earn points on every fuel transaction and qualifying in-store purchases at participating Texaco stations. Download the app and join to get started today. Visit TexacoHawaii.com for details. All right, we're back from a quick knee stretch and shishi break. Let's get right into the social media fan questions. All right. First one comes from Lola White _fitness nutrition. Our girl Lola, she says, "Love you, brada," from Lola.
Right
so
on.
just a little shout out. Yeah, wait, have you been going to F45?
I haven't gone in a while.
You went for a little bit.
I was going for a bit.
Yeah.
Awesome over there.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait till I'm back there.
I gotta get back in
Hopefully next year I can.
I gotta talk to brother Shane. That's a good friend of mine.
One of the owners, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met him, but I know he's one of the owners. He mainly does like the Kahala one and like
yeah. That's the one I was going, but then I started going Alamana a little while.
Yeah.
Both amazing.
Yeah, I love them over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one comes from Finn _catcher. He says, "Are you teaching Kamaka about beard growing techniques and proper beard care products?" LOL.
What?
They just my story. My followers see me with facial hair one time in like the last couple years, and they just think I'm growing out a beard now.
Right, you look good on beard.
I just been hibernating. Thanks. This is how I looked
same.
when I was in the Peace Corps, and then when I was doing my race to 50K, I had long hair and facial hair. But this is just because I've literally just been at home watching TV and just on my phone, laptop, whatever, just on the couch for the last month. So that's why I was just like, there's no point of me shaving.
Yeah, leave him, bro.
Yeah.
You still look good, bro?
Nah, my girlfriend, it pokes her.
Yeah, mine too. My girl's always like...
I rather take the girlfriend kisses than just like be lazy and shave. So
just only shave like right around here.
right.
Leave their ass.
They're like a very thin one, yeah.
It's like the negative goatee. Just
I'm gonna do that. She gets back tomorrow from a trip, so I said I would shave it. She didn't say I have to, but I told her I would. So
you're like, just for you, babe.
Yeah, just for you, baby girl. Yeah.
God is sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. I just feel bad because like she's not gonna tell me to shave it, but it's just like, ow.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Next question comes from Ricky J UK. Ricky J UK. Okay, well, our boy Ricky, he's right next door to us. He says, "Do you feel locals trust getting their news from you more than cable news? If so, why?" It's a good question.
They do say that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, you're better than the news," and I want to give the news their credit. I do know that sometimes they can't, put out certain stuff, which in some cases is understandable. Like suicides and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid of copycats, which is that's something to be very wary of. But I feel like they do because I'm kind of like a normal person like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really bought by anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like represent anybody but the community and myself.
Mm-hmm. That's like this is we're independent.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling us what to talk about. Nobody's telling us, you can't say this, you can't say this.
Yeah.
So that's why I think
Love
people
that.
like the authenticity of it and how down to earth it is. It's just like This one, Hilo Boy, talking stories with people. This one, Brada from Oahu, reporting news,
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Transparency, being raw.
Exactly.
Normal people from pretty much the same place as everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. I would say so. I think when I go onto my social media, if something happens, I'm either looking at, Hungry Hungry Hawaiian News,
Mean Hawaii.
Mean Hawaii, 808
Hawaii News
Viral,
Report.
yeah,
808.
all that.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the HHN Hawaii News Now posts it a little later.
Yeah.
But like if you want the as soon as it's happening, that's what I always go to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that live going. I can't go live on my main account.
Oh,
I
how
had
come?
to create like a side one. From years of being banned and flagged. So, they kind of punishing me. They got me in jail right now.
Dang.
IG jail.
Do you get paid? Like, are you able to make a living? Because you can monetize social media, but do you have violations where you can't get monetized right now?
I can, yeah.
Dang.
I can't. I did start doing subscriptions, but then, my dumbass put up a little clip of a fight, and that just took it all away.
Dang. So
Or there was a couple clips, different ones.
So they're really regulating, huh?
Big time, yeah. Which is understandable, I guess.
Yeah. I could try to keep it PC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. Sorry, I got a little lint here. The Hungry Hungry Hawaiian social media. That's just like passion. Like you just love doing it. You're not doing it for money. You're not doing it for credit. You're just doing it because you love to, help out the community and bring news to the forefront.
Yeah, in my father's name and in the name of the community, just to make sure. I like to make sure nothing's slipping through the cracks too. Because there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot, so much, like stuff that I miss. You know.
Well, right on. We appreciate that.
Yeah, it's the only thing I would be making money off of would be ads, like from
if people want to pay, like, well, please promote us. Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the time I have like a good system where I can kind of like figure out who's local and small business. I ask some questions, and I have different.
You have different rates for locals. And non-locals.
At the bottom it says ask if you qualify for Kama'aina.
Oh, okay.
Nice. And then they'll be like, "Oh, do I qualify for Kama'aina?" I'm like, "Yeah, you ready?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." Where did you go to kindergarten?
Oh, nice.
They're like, "Oh," I'm like, where did your parents go to kindergarten? They're like, "Oh, I moved here from." I'm like, "Oh, that's not Kama'aina. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry."
You gotta send them some words from this game.
Yeah,
like,
no, for
if
real.
you can tell me what this means, you qualify.
That's one good one too. Make up or just straight from this.
Yeah. Just look at the card and write it.
There's no way, like, there's no way. Like I couldn't even get them, let alone somebody not from here.
Yeah. It's funny. Okay. Well, yeah, that's good that you're doing that. At least you have a way to monetize that because you have the following, so you might as well.
Yeah, I wish I could put all my time into it.
I know.
I really do.
Okay, next question comes from Monzer Win 808. This person says, "No question, just a huge mahalo for being there for my Ohana and I."
Right on.
So you got a lot of love. Okay, next one comes from Guai Query _ empanadas. They said, "What's your favorite empanada?"
Ooh.
I'm guessing they want you to say them.
Bro, I think that's my friend them.
Guai, it's like Guai Query.
Yeah, that's my friend them. They
who's your
they've been
friend?
supporting me for a long time, bro.
Okay.
They get the meanest empanadas, bro.
Well, shout out to them. Where are they located?
They work out of Waikiki, but they on Sundays they're at Jefferson at the market, and then I think in Kailua too they go for the market. I'm pretty sure they just pop up in random spots, but every Sunday at Jefferson you can go get the most murder empanadas ever.
Check them out if I'm in that area.
My favorite would be like the beef and cheese, I would say.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so when you go there, you're the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. When you leave, you're the Satisfied Hawaiian.
I'm the fufu Hawaiian.
The fufu Hawaiian. Not the fufu though, because I think that's a different definition.
Bro, see, every time I'm out getting me into trouble, bro. Oh, along with the big butthole. Oh, bro.
That's a good one. We need to add that card, fufu.
Yeah, no, guaranteed it plenty more you can add.
Okay, Hawaiian.potato says, when did you realize you wanted to transition from posting crazy, kind, dirty tea to posting reliable news, which you kind of already mentioned, but if you want to add anything.
Yeah, that was about 2018. I just decided it was time to get, a little more responsible and help out more than cause drama and, more strife for everybody. I
Yeah.
mean, there was a lot of funny stuff too, but it was like usually at someone's expense.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you had that realization. It is entertaining.
Yeah.
Social media is entertainment,
Yeah.
but it's this is a little bit like close to home, right? Too close to home, where it's just like those are real people. Like,
Yeah, like, and
Yeah.
plus you never know what somebody's going through. And now after
Yeah.
I changed, now I see that a lot of people, I mean, I always knew people were going through stuff, but like I never, like, could have never imagined. I did this little thing where I was doing like therapy for people, like HHH therapy.
Oh,
Like
wow.
you come and I just listen, and I won't tell you what you need to know. I'll tell you what you already know
Wow.
that you need to do.
Dang.
You know what you got to do.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
it got overwhelming.
Yeah, you would have to like scale that somehow.
Yeah,
or
just to see all the
not-
things people were going through was just like, I was like, I had to stop.
overwhelming, like is too much for you to handle. Not like you didn't have time for everybody.
Both.
Both.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was a lot. Yeah.
I can imagine. Crazy. Okay, next question comes from Ants Leon. This person says, do you know who that is?
That's my boy, bro.
He says,
Anthony.
how was it being in Waikiki and really getting to experience that generation of OG Beach Boys before many of them were gone, before how commercialized it is now?
Oh, it was amazing. It was such a treat. It was magical. There's only a few around now, but before they were like everywhere. It was like legends everywhere.
So
with
what
much
is
to
a
share.
Beach Boy? Like, for people that don't know.
The
Waikiki
Beach Boy
Beach
would
Boy.
be how do I just the bradas that hang out down in Waikiki, surf Waikiki their whole lives, first, second, third generation, like people like Rabbit Kekai and Uncle Manong, and who else? Aliko Willis, Tiki's father, and JP, Kaleo Pa'a. They work the beach. They show the tourists aloha. They're pretty much the first contact tourists have. Like their first real like tour guide or someone that can explain to them how things go here, where to eat.
Is it a paid thing or is it just bradas hanging out?
It's a bit of both.
Okay.
It's like bradas hanging out, but then they also like charge for surf lessons. Sometimes they'll do it for free. They got people coming back. They'll just take them out.
Okay.
Plenty aloha, choke aloha from
interesting.
the old school Beach Boys.
Okay, maybe I gotta get one of the old school Beach Boys on one day.
I can get you
Yeah.
some
Some ham
solid ones. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
sure.
go. I'm still working on my 2025 guest
Tiki's
list.
dad would be on solid one. Aliko Willis.
Yeah, I think that girl Tiki follows our podcast, so maybe she'd be
Guaranteed.
stoked. Yeah. Sometimes you see how if somebody has a lot of followers, you get a notification for like a priority.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's
You
how I
saw
know
Tiki on
how
there.
sometimes people are following us. Okay. All right. Next one comes from Cactus_Hawaiian. This person says, "Who is your favorite crime fighting superhero?"
Oh,
It's a fun one.
that's a hard one. Deadpool is a big one.
Ooh, I like Deadpool.
Deadpool is mostly because he uses humor to get through, the pain that he's experiencing, which is usually at his own expense because of his decisions he makes.
Yeah.
Deadpool's a big one. Shoot. There's a bunch. The Mask from DC.
Wow.
The Mask is a big one. Animal Man, not really well-known guy.
Yeah, these are kind of niche ones.
Yeah. Animal Man. I guess Ninja Turtles kind of qualifies
I love
too.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles is the best, yeah. Yeah, I think I can't really think of any others off the top of my head
They
right
should
now,
do a
but
little spin-off of Ninja Turtles in Waikiki.
that would be sick.
That'd be a good
Just
one.
Ninja Honus.
Ninja Honus. Yeah, so I grew up loving Ninja Turtles, and my dad he speaks Hawaiian to us. So since we were babies, so he would create these Hawaiian themes, like the theme songs, or he would make like the Hawaiian theme songs from like Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers, whatever, and he'd translate them into Hawaiian.
No way.
So it's like
That's
Teenage
dope.
Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
teenage. So he'd always say like Opio ano e ninja honu, Opio ano e
That's so
ninja honu,
sick.
Opio ano e ninja honu,
Bruh.
honu maka hapakua hap, or something like honu maka hapakua hapa honumana or something like that.
Should do
Turtle
like
power.
some kind of like
Yeah.
skit or like animation or something. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd
bruh.
be cool. Maybe just translate those old cartoons into Hawaiian. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
So shout out to my dad for doing that.
Yes, that's so awesome, bro.
Yeah, very blessed. Okay, next one comes from Chow_Kimo. I just found out about the attack on your residence. Did you ever find out who was?
I have definitely an idea, but I've chosen to be the better man in this. Yeah, definitely. At first I was kind of like,
I think most
ooh.
of us would be, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. The messages I've been getting, like,
Yeah.
oh bro, who is it, bro?
Yeah.
Let me know, bro. I take care of that for you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody, I'm like, no, bro. You know what? That's probably exactly what they want.
Mm,
That's what that's just another troll
yeah.
basically in the comment section trying to get a
Real life
reaction out of
troll.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, in this case, it was the reaction was possibly death, but
Crazy. Yeah.
yeah, it was nerve wracking. But I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad that I'm choosing to take the higher road on
Yeah,
this.
well, I'm proud of you for doing that. I don't think a lot of people would choose that option if they had the choice of, getting back at that person. But it's a great way to keep it aloha.
Yeah, no, gotta
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
There's a it's very much needed.
Mm-hmm.
Though it's kind of, people want to say that it's like dying, but I wouldn't say dying. I'm saying it's kind of put on the back burner sometimes because we like to react faster than we stop to think about things, and aloha should be our first reaction
Yeah, totally.
for sure. Yeah.
I think people tend to, or the bad stuff, they're amplified a lot more than the good stuff. Same with the comment sections where, we talk about that live where there's a lot of bad stuff, but there was also a lot of good stuff. But then you could see 10 good comments and one bad comment, and that's the one that's going to stick out to you. Same with Aloha. Like, if you actually looked around and you see what's going on, like, there's so many good things happening, so many positive things happening. But then, you go to the news and they're reporting the accidents, they're reporting the shootings. But nobody's reporting, the uncle that, got a free plate lunch, because that one local brada saw he was hungry, or the person that held the door open, or the person that, shaka at you for letting you go in. We always complain about like, oh, freaking guy cut me off, never throw up the shaka.
Oh man.
But then, how many times, people do throw up the shaka, let you cross the road, so there is that stuff. It's just like I said, that bad is amplified a lot more.
It is, yeah. It's like almost trending.
Yeah.
Like
it's cooler to like report on the bad, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like, whereas reporting on the more positive and the good going on is like more like organic and like it, I was just talking about that with a friend too, that not too many people send in, positive. And it's kind of trippy because there is a lot of it going on. And I always try and go out and find, but it's so hard to find. It's just like being in the right place at the right time kind of thing. So I've been thinking about putting it out there more, that people should be keeping an eye out for like positive things going on. Do more positive yourself, but it's hard too. You don't want to film doing something positive because
it seems disingenuous.
It
disingenuous.
feels really, really wrong when you're doing it.
Yeah,
like,
and nobody wants to like brag like, hey, I just got a raise at my job. Like, I just helped this lady out, or
like, look at me.
It feels kind of weird, right? You kind of just do stuff.
Yeah,
just
it
to
is.
do it because you don't do it because to be a good person. You do it because you're a good person.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of, I don't know, double-edged sword of.
And there's a lot of people doing that too. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, filming and like, hey, brother, he's,
Yeah,
not here,
Yeah.
but like in the mainland, there was like guys doing that a lot. They go buy a bunch of McDonald's and show up, and they're like filming the whole time, filming their face, filming everybody, maybe filming them before they go there.
Yeah.
There's people ruining it too.
I have mixed feelings on that because like, I don't like to do that. Like, if I'm picking up Opala or I'm helping somebody out, I'm not gonna like go out and be like, hey, I helped out, or film it, or be like, hey, can you tell everybody like mahalos or whatever?
Yeah, that's one super hard one. I have a hard time because I want to show stuff like that, but it's hard to show it because you never know who's gonna act or tell people to go do it because you never know who's gonna do it just for clout.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think the people who are the recipient of Aloha, maybe they need to report it. Like, instead of like, I did something good, something good happened to me. Like, hey, I was just walking down Waikiki and I fell, and the lifeguards came and they, they just brought me some Band-Aids, brought me some water.
So sending out mahalos.
Maybe more like mahalos, like
good idea.
Being thankful and grateful.
Yes.
Because once in a while you see that. Like, I remember recently I saw this video. I don't know what it was, but some Howley boys in North Shore, they were like commenting on how they were all bust up, and they're like, yeah, the lifeguards told us not to. You know which one that is?
Bruh,
And they're like, we should have listened to them.
Yeah, what he said, D-Roy told us.
Yeah,
D-Roy warned us.
Yeah.
And they're playing in the Thai pool right in the break, pretty much.
Something like that, yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's a little different to what we're talking about, but it's like acknowledging that, like, there was help.
Yeah.
Or like people were trying to help.
Like, thanks for, this guy stopped on the side of the road. He helped me change my tire.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
anything. This HPD officer helped me push my car. I was in a bad spot. Nobody else stopped.
Yeah.
But, putting more stuff out like that will possibly make it trending. I mean, it sounds so terrible that we have to make it trending to be positive.
To be nice, right?
It's kind of like that, It's weird. It's really weird.
And I think it will flip the perspective of people too, especially with like, I don't know, HPD or, law enforcement. Sometimes we're like, gosh, they didn't do their job, or they're not working, or they pulled me over. But, I've had cops that were so nice to me.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I got pulled over for running the red light, and it was on my birthday. And he's like, have a good birthday.
Nice.
Like stuff like that, And I don't post about that.
No, yeah.
But I appreciate it. Yeah. So,
That's a good one, though.
This is a good topic that we brought up.
That is a really controversial one, for sure.
Okay, last one comes from Uinuka92. This person says, tell him to be in office.
Oh, I need to educate myself a lot more. I would, but I need to learn.
You'd be like Brock Cruz, where he was just like super raw, but he wanted to get in.
Bro.
Yeah, you'd have to learn a lot.
I talk story with him all the time.
I like Brock Cruz.
Yeah, he's classic, bro.
Yeah, he asked me if I wanted to come to Sandy's for his those little interviews he does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I can't right now, but eventually I'll go.
I like those because
I know
he does it out. Like I was thinking about doing stuff like that, like maybe going to like an encampment. And like talking story with people, or like something raw, something.
You don't even have to be in it. You can just hold the mic. And get their answers.
Yeah, just walk up, talk
or have
story.
somebody record you, and you just like a man on the street kind of thing.
I got the new glasses that I kind of use, but it's like kind of.
What is that?
It's Meta glasses.
Oh, I saw the commercial of that where it records it.
Yeah, they're so. I got it like maybe like 6 months ago,
and it works.
It's good. It's tap. I love it.
That's crazy.
But of course we had to eat like Simon for like a whole 3 months because we had things so expensive.
It's worth it though.
But worth it. It makes things a lot easier to like film and like if I'm like in situations where I might need proof of like the way I was being. I was being cool, and I have it right here.
It's like a body cam, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but interesting.
It's nice because there's a light on it, and it shows that you're recording.
Okay, so you're not trying to be inconspicuous, but
that's
so they
good.
know.
They put that on there.
Oh, okay.
Because anytime you're recording, there's a light, and you know that they're recording.
Okay.
Somebody just sent me. There's a new account on TikTok that I was made aware of today. That a guy is going around filming women.
So that's probably why they.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's using the metas, but he's using some kind of glasses.
Oh, okay. Maybe he took out that feature that.
Maybe the only way would be you press record, then you block it. Because if you block it before you press record, it won't. It knows.
Oh, okay. So it's like a flash, like how there's a flash on the phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you can still record. You just like block this little light thing.
Yes, just like that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Well, at least they tried. People are always gonna find a way to do something.
Oh, guarantee. Yeah.
All right. Well, mahalo everybody for the social media fan questions. Make sure you leave some for our next guest, and maybe your question will make it on the podcast. Coming to the back end of the podcast, and I like to ask all of my guests the same question about keeping it aloha. It's the name of the show, and I just want to know, in your life, how do you keep it aloha?
I try to be patient as much as I can. Sometimes a little too patient. Sometimes. Try to give where I can in any moment, even if it's just like letting 10 people in front of me at that.
10. Okay, that's kind of a lot. So we got places to be. You're one of those guys. Like, hey, come on, just go. Two max maybe.
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes too much, but I try to be patient with everybody and understanding. I try to put put my feet in their shoes, try and understand what may be going on with them. That's one way I try to keep it aloha. I try to keep it a little tough sometimes too. A little tough aloha.
I think keeping it aloha, keeping it real,
Yeah, like raw.
Yeah.
Raw, tough aloha. Sometimes you gotta be stern and like mean, but lovingly, which is kind of...
Good intentions.
Yes. Like a lot of people aren't really practicing that now. They're being a little too, especially like with their kids and stuff. I don't know everyone's lives. I know everyone has their own thing going on, but the kids need to be a little bit more. They need more tough aloha for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the generation's getting soft, so
Yeah.
we've talked about it before on the podcast, and yeah, I tell people this all the time. Sometimes people just need to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Some people need to be checked.
Just like a quick bop in the nose or poke in the eye.
Yeah, because people are just getting away with way too much. Like, just please, somebody. I'm not gonna do it, but like somebody just. And even if it's me, please somebody come punch me in the face.
Yeah.
Like, just check me, please.
I need it too sometimes.
Yeah, like
exactly.
we need more people to check each other, like hold people accountable, friends, family,
Yeah, like pull them to the side though.
Yeah, just be like, you're being a dick.
Like, hey, check them.
Yeah.
All right, I'll like, ask you something. Just like it's the same thing on social media. A lot of people like to approach people in the comment section. Sometimes you'll get it done better in the DMs. It's better to reach out that way.
Keep it private, yeah.
Yeah, because it's more personal. You seem like you really care.
Yeah, I like how you said the comments show your character. The comments
really does,
show your character.
And then some people, they just want to say something on the comments so it's like everyone can see.
Yeah.
Like I've had conversations in the comments where it's like getting heated and I'm trying to diffuse, which is like a big thing. I'm always trying to diffuse everything.
Yeah.
And then I'll go and DM them and they're like, I need you to say it in the comment section because everyone's watching. I need you to say it there. I'm just kind of like.
Yeah. I love it when people defend me in the comments or they say like the thing that I want to say in the comments. I'm like, I don't got to say it. That's good.
Yeah, they say it. Yeah.
That's the best.
That's cool.
Yeah. So do you have like a how do I put this? Like I guess almost like a guilty conscious sometimes. For example, when you're like seeing something bad happening, knowing maybe like, oh, I could be incriminating somebody. Was that a lot more what you were doing before, or now it's just kind of just reporting it like it is what it is? I know we talked a little bit about graffiti before the podcast. We started recording, so like for something, for example, like graffiti, do you have to kind of like be like, okay, you kind of go through a process in your head, like, is this okay to show? Am I incriminating somebody? Am I just reporting the facts? What's the whole process going on in your brain?
It all depends, I guess, too. I haven't really came across somebody like myself, like tagging something up. I guess if it was like a situation where they're like tagging like a work van, and I would be like, oh, I would say something more, I wouldn't really film. But people have sent in stuff like that. And I always think it's like the same thing with like if someone finds like a bug in their food. And they're like, can you blast these guys? Because, I found this in my food. I'm like, well, did you talk to them? They're like, I did. And, they didn't really care. So I'll reach out. That's part of the process. I'll try and reach out to the other party and be like, hey, these guys, they found something in their food. Or hey, this guy tagged your van. Like, what do you want to do about it? Do you want to, go make a police report, or like you want me to blast it
on social media?
Yeah. And then it's crazy too, because I got a bunch of friends that graffiti too. And I'm like, and most of the time you can't tell who it is, and that's just the whole process too. Is I don't know how to go about it if it's I got to be fair.
Yeah.
I can't be like posting people because I don't know them, and then when I know somebody, I'm like,
oh.
Yeah, that's why too. It's kind of
that must be kind of hard to navigate, huh?
It is,
especially when you're like you have a lot of friends who, maybe like you said, are doing stuff like graffiti.
Yeah. And I always tell them like I gotta be fair, bro. Like they're like, oh, you gonna post me? I'm like, bro, look at it this way. Like this is a good example. When I was doing stupid shit back in the day, one time I was getting chased by cops, and I used the Aloha to get away, and it was on the news.
Oh, like you were swimming in the Aloha?
I dove in head first, like. I was so gone out of my mind that I jumped in and I came up. I was swimming underwater in the Aloha. And I was like, at one point, thought I was in the ocean. I was so like out of it.
Yeah.
And I came up, and then it was just like the city. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, where am I? And I look, I see the cops. I'm like, oh. And then I go across to the golf course, and they come over there, and I swim back across. But it was on the news. I got away. It was on the news, and I posted that. And then a couple weeks later, my mugshot hit the news. I was on, I think, Facebook Crime Stoppers, and I posted that too. I was like, you see this guy called the fucking cops? And people were like, this was back when I was anonymous. And people that knew that I ran the account, they're like, hey, did you get hacked or something? I'm like, no. They're like, so you posted yourself? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, why? I was like, because I gotta be fair, bro.
Wow.
I had my mugshot on my page. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it was
Well,
kind
I
of
mean,
nuts.
I guess your friends can't really argue against that because you posted yourself.
Yeah, I put myself up. Yeah, I even put my dad up a couple times
Wow.
too. Yeah, way back.
Dang. Wow, you have a I don't know what to call that.
Yeah,
You're
I don't know
very,
either.
very honorable.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I just felt guilty for not,
Dang, that's crazy.
And I thought it was kind of funny too,
Yeah,
putting up
yeah.
my own face on there.
Okay. How long do you think you're gonna be doing this?
I don't know
As long
until
as social media exists?
I guess until as long as it exists,
Hmm.
and until I don't know. Never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Maybe until I feel like I shouldn't anymore. Maybe if there's enough other people doing it, you know.
Maybe pass it on to one of your kids. Little Hungry Hungry Hawaiian.
Oh, bro.
Hungry Hawaiian. Not
Yeah,
as Hungry Hawaiian.
not as just one hungry, or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
hungry, hungry,
Yeah,
hungry,
unless
hungry.
they're eating ramen again, they're gonna be hungry.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So, do you have any other things that you want to get into? Any other like passions or hobbies that you're really interested in?
um, passions. Was scuba diving was a big one for a
Uh-huh.
while. That one was good fun. It's a whole. It's like being reborn basically, because we're like always on land. I mean, I know we surf and we swim, bodyboard, body surf, but being underwater for like a whole hour is like, something different. Like being able to just stop and look around.
Yeah.
Like free diving too is like a big thing.
But so, like 10 minutes max, maybe,
Yeah,
if you're really good.
yeah, super good kind. But scuba diving is one. Martial arts for sure.
Oh,
Martial
really?
arts really helped me get in control of myself.
Like what kind of martial arts?
I've dabbled in jujitsu, mostly taekwondo, kickboxing, and some boxing.
Okay, nice. Just getting that aggression out.
Yeah, getting the aggression out, and
Yeah.
that was also like a big sport that my parents put me in, because
Oh.
they needed me to defend myself because I was being bullied when I was
Yeah.
young, and it was a way for me to meet people because I wasn't going to school. I was being homeschooled,
Okay.
and it's like the way to stay active and protect yourself.
Yeah,
Learn how to
totally.
protect yourself, and they also teach you how to like diffuse too. Like they teach you these skills, but then they tell you don't want to use them. So this is what you do to stay away from having to use them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, interesting. What were you bullied for? Were you small? Because you're pretty.
I was
pretty
small
big. You're
before.
small.
Yeah, I was like scrawny,
Oh,
skinny.
really?
Yeah. Like, so I learned like martial arts when I was like skinny and like scrawny.
So
And
did
then
you get in fights and stuff?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
what would they bully you for?
And I wouldn't always, back then, I can't remember actually. I don't know. When I was in kindergarten, I can't really remember. I remember being full mounted and like punched one time. But besides that, I got into some fights growing up. It's Hawaii, everybody's scrapping every now and then. But yeah.
Okay. So, if your kids, for example, were to be in a position where you were when you were young, like they're getting into fights, they're getting into trouble, how do you think you get them out of that? For like maybe this is some parental advice for people listening.
Sorry, what was the question again?
So like if
Blanking out.
your kids were like they were starting to go down a path that you didn't want, like they're starting to get into like partying, drinking, stuff like that, but they're like, well, you did it,
Oh
like,
yeah.
so what's the how
I've
do you
got that a lot.
navigate with that?
Because they saw me go through everything. My kids
Yeah.
are there.
How
for a
old are they?
lot. The girls are 17 and 13.
Okay, yeah, like
And
high
they were
school.
there for a lot of my craziness, and because of that, they're kind of like scared, to like even just this morning, my daughter, she has a Christmas party, and she's like, like, should I drink? I was like, you saw what it did to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, you could probably be more responsible, but also you're like really young too.
Yeah, yeah. So you give them a little leeway, but like you
Yeah.
just want to be more responsible than what you were. when
Yeah,
you
like
were
I can only, give them advice and guidance, but it depends if they're gonna listen, if they're gonna take it. And I usually use my past as an example too. But I know that they're not gonna be as stupid as I was.
Yeah.
Especially because they experienced me, doing it. So but if they did get into it, pulling them out of it, probably it's hard because then that's why so when I talk to a lot of the runaways, they're always saying that, oh, my parents don't understand, they like put too much restrictions on me, and I'm like, oh, it's probably to protect you. You're still young, and they've probably been through a lot, and they're just trying to protect you from things they've went through that they wish they, decisions they wish they didn't make. And a lot of talking for sure, a lot of love. But it's real complicated. It all depends on like what they're going through, what they've been through. But with my kids, they pretty much like seen like a lot of like, because some of my generation of the Beach Boys, we were wild, like so were the old school generation too, but we were kind of like stupid wild.
Yeah.
like not responsible at all wild.
Yeah, I can imagine it might be. It's probably. I don't have kids. It's probably so hard to find that balance of like you want to be the cool parent and you want to let them have fun and experience, because everybody got to go through it themselves. At some point, even if you try to restrict them, they go off to college, they have their little phase.
Exactly. The more you restrict them, the more they might go off the deep end.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for example, I don't even know how people could grow up in the same household but be like different, because like I never drank, I never did drugs, but like my siblings did, and we grew up in the same household. So I don't know if it's just like I just decided, one time like I tried alcohol and I was like, this is disgusting. I don't want to.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So like maybe that's why.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I always wonder that, like how, kids just turn out. We talk about the nature versus nurture and stuff, but like you could be total opposites of your siblings, So I don't know what the like psychology behind that is and the biology behind it, but it makes me wonder. And it's almost like a scary thing if you're like thinking of having kids. Like, what if I have one, but that one isn't good? It's like a bad egg, to have to have two. Maybe I think Jordan was joking about this before. When we were just talking, he's like, yeah, I want to have like more than one, so I have like more chance of having a good one.
No,
like
I can see. That's understandable. Yeah, it's a trip.
Yeah,
because I got 4 myself, and they're all super wild. The girls they have their moments, I guess. They all have their moments.
What do you enjoy the most about fatherhood?
I learn a lot about myself through my kids. Like there's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, I thought I learned that, but I obviously they're doing it, and I never did it in front of them. So I guess I did that from a young age, just learning stuff to them about myself. I really love my kids. They kind of help save me from myself, my dark past before.
Yeah. Do you plan to have any more?
I would like to.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that I'm ready for that too.
Okay, so now you're just more at a point where like you really want to be set up, because you probably had them when you were pretty young, yeah. Because if they're 17.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We had my daughter when we were 17. Yeah.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's crazy because like she's the age you were when you had her.
Yeah.
So that gives her crazy perspective.
Oh yeah.
Well, right?
Like when she asked me things, I'm like, just like today, like I said, I was like, I mean, you can, but you got to think about like how you're gonna get home. You're underage, so you shouldn't be drinking, period.
Yeah.
Who are you drinking with? Do you know these people? Like that's why I told her, no, I don't think you should drink at all. But she's
at the end of the day, they're gonna make their decisions.
Exactly. Yeah. So I gotta give them advice on what I gotta give them advice, like they're not gonna listen.
Okay.
But then tell them what I think they should not do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is something you wish people knew about you that they don't? This is a fun question.
That is a fun question. I said some of it already. Like a lot of people think that I do what I do for like clout or like for money, and some people think that I get paid from Instagram. They're like, oh, you must get paid a lot from. No, I don't actually, and I actually get a lot of stress from what I do. And
if anything, I get stress.
Yeah, if anything, I get stressed and strife more than anything at all. That's one thing, is that I really do it to help, and it's like just a thing that I've always wanted to do, was help. Even when I was like on my bad path, I would do a lot of things to help people.
I think you've always just had a good heart.
I always I wanted to be there for people, be what I felt like I didn't have, and what I think they need.
What did you want to be when you were growing up? when you got older?
Bunch of things.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an astronaut when I was growing up. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a vigilante at one point, but of course, all little boys want to be
Yeah,
these things. Mostly vigilantes and like, I don't know, maybe fighters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in some ways you are. Waikiki's crazy. That you could view that as outer space.
Oh yeah,
as like another planet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chinatown. Yeah.
You gave therapy to some people, basically a doctor.
Yeah, you're right.
And you're somewhat of a vigilante. So
Yeah.
the news called you vigilante. So basically, you accomplish all your dreams.
You're right.
There we go.
That's true. Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you, bro.
Okay. All right. Before we close out the podcast, I want to know, what is your life hack? Were you able to think of one? I know you said you got a couple.
I had a few in mind. See, I'm like so ADHD. Like things just like
whatever comes to your head.
I would say one of them would be how to diffuse confrontations.
Okay.
One thing that I do is I'll ask like they'll be like, trying to get into it with me, or the conversation will start getting heated, and I'll just change the subject with, oh, hey, what's for dinner? Like, what you gonna eat tonight?
Kind of throws them off.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what? Like, I was like, oh, because I'm gonna eat like some squid luau. They're like, oh, and they'll say it too, like mid heated, like pissed off, like calling me names, calling me a piece of shit, and all kinds of stuff. And they'll be like, oh, fuck, I was thinking about getting some poke. Like, oh, what, for like fulan? They're like, man, that fulan's shitty, bro. And then go up again. I'm like, oh, but I don't know. Tomorrow's all right, bro. I'm like, oh yeah, all right. Well, how's your week? I'll try to like. So food is always a way to kind of like, it's random. It's super random way to throw people off. Just like change the channel real quick.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, you need a good distraction. I remember recently, I don't know what it was. I don't know. Me and my girlfriend, we were like, I don't know if she was like annoyed at something, or I forget what it was, but like we just like went for like couple hours, or I don't know, just doing our own things at our house. And then after, like, I forget, we had somebody come over, or like I think my little brother brought food, and then we were just eating, hanging out. It was like normal. And then after that, it was completely normal. We're like, anytime we like get annoyed at each other, we should just invite somebody over to distract us, because I totally forgot I was mad at you.
Yeah, there's like a new person in the room.
Yeah. I was like, what was I mad at you about?
Invite a new person over and give them like things to bring up.
Yeah, or something like that. But yeah, I can see how that could work. It just kind of like distracts you, and you totally forget what you're even angry about.
Or you just bring in somebody that's like super annoying.
Yeah.
Super eros.
More annoying than you are.
Yeah. So you're like trying to like look at each other and like argue, like remember what you're, and they're just bringing up all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Just like,
hey, remember that guy Rob? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I hate that guy Rob.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
There you go.
They just
have
change
like
the
a
channel.
Common enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Great life hacks. These are great advice.
No, super good. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. I hope people try it out one day and let us know. Okay, before we end the podcast, I gotta know. I have my last Fast Fave 5 questions. Okay, so these are just rapid fire answers. Favorite guilty pleasure.
Favorite guilty pleasure. Rapid fire. Favorite guilty pleasure. Sweet Lady of Waihole.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. The dessert. Yeah. That's a good one. Favorite childhood snack.
Favorite childhood snack. Lihimoy oranges.
Oh, okay. Like halftime kind.
Exactly.
Nice. My girlfriend went on a trip recently. She had to go for work, and so she left me at home, and I'm still like, I can't really do much at home, but she cut up some pineapples, and I just been putting lihimoy on top, and
oh yeah, pineapple.
Lihimoy on any kind of fruit is just so good. I forget how good it is. Like I gotta do it more often.
I was trying to think of like some weird stuff to put it on. I'm always
we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Like I've had lihimoy on like pizza and
like raw spam or something.
I don't know about spam. But actually, I totally forgot to do this. I told myself when I get my surgery and I'm stuck at home, I'm going to start doing like a lihimui tasting of everything, like lihimui on like random stuff, and post it every day.
That's a good one.
But I forgot.
I have loads of stuff like that.
I'm gonna do that one day.
I
I'm
always forget.
putting it out right
I have
now.
like this list of things, and
Yeah.
I just like can't pick one, so I just don't do any of them.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do it like a little series of like trying lihimui on something new for like 30 days or something.
Lihimoy in like Squiluao or
Yeah,
like something
anything,
random.
cereal or
Yeah. Oh yeah, or I was gonna say vanilla ice cream, but of course that would
that'd
work. Yeah,
probably be good.
that'd be bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just like post it every day and like give it a rating, like lihimui on pasta,
Oh,
3 out of 10, something like that.
like some like fettuccine alfredo.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I'll tag you so you know.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Favorite story you've covered?
Favorite story I've covered. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, there's so many random ones.
Whatever comes up to your mind.
Favorite story I've covered would be. I know there's one. My mind just goes blank because there's so many. Maybe when I covered. Oh, that's a hard one because we talked about this too. This would have to be. Usually it would be a positive one, and everything's just so like, a lot of the stuff that I post is like all the bad shit going on.
Yeah. Do you have like a good story, like a positive one that you can think of?
Just the ones where like we talked about this too, where people are like giving stuff to someone that needs it, and there was the one where the family drove by, and he didn't have pants. So they went back home and got him some pants and like got some food, and then came over and then they gave it to him. And then they asked, "Well, could you post this?" And I was like, "Let's post it anonymous." Like I'm like, we got to do it anonymous,
Yeah.
because then you're not looking for clout, like this person did this,
Yeah.
That was one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That just reminded me, this was a couple months ago. I was at a parking lot. You know that place right across of Alamana? They have like sweet creams.
Mm-hmm.
And I was over there I was getting sweet creams. I had to wait a little bit because I had to meet my brother somewhere. And then I had this homeless guy. He was just like hobbling, and I was like, is he drunk or something? Or is he just like, his feet is sore because it's like he's walking on the cement like barefoot.
Yeah.
And I was like, frick, I felt so bad. I was like, okay, what do I do? Do I go to Foodland and get a pair of slippers, give it to him? And I was like, do I give him the one I have? And then I have a pair of reefs. Not reefs, olukais under my like brand new olukais under my driver's seat. My driver's seat, like I always have it on me, because I always just wear locals. So I was like, do I give him the olukais? I was like going through this process, but then I ended up giving him the locals that I already had, and I realized like he just needed slippers. Like his feet was burning
and just like burnt already.
Yeah,
from,
exactly.
Like, long time.
But then it made me think like, I should always keep locals inside of my car just in case anybody ever needs some. So sorry, a little bit that reminded me of like doing something good for people, but also a little life hack of like always keep slippers in your car to help out somebody else.
That's one good one. Yeah. Slip maybe like one whole bag of like all kinds. Like,
anything, right?
Like clothes, like old clothes that you can get rid of. Just keep them in the car.
That's a good idea too. Yeah.
I'll do that like every once in a while. I'll clean out my closet and I'll take it down to Waikiki for all the people that I know.
Yeah,
down
that's
there.
awesome. Yeah, I guess sharing more. This is making me remember sharing more positive stuff because we need more positive stuff. When I came back from Peace Corps in 2019, I was a little bit more of a minimalist. So I was like, I don't need all this clothes. So I went back home and got like 2 trash bags of clothes, and I just went to Chinatown. This is nothing was documented. I just literally went there by myself, just walked around, gave clothes to people. And when I was doing that, somebody saw me do that. And then he came up to me and he gave me like a whole dozen donuts.
Oh, wow.
And he said, go give it to the other people.
Wow.
So it's cool how like these little ripple effects of like somebody sees you doing something kind and they want to do something kind as well. So it kind of like, it's like this snowball effect.
Big time.
Yeah. So it happens. Like these good things happen. So we just, let's it's
out there happening.
It's just not being recorded. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. And also just saying that I'm a good person, of course. Yeah. So let's just focus on the good. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Favorite way to disconnect?
Like like decompress from everything.
Yeah, just disconnect from all the social media, everything. You kind of mentioned it earlier. Yeah.
Definitely like hiking, going to like a nice little spot like tide pools, getting in water. The pond is usually the best, or like a waterfall, or just in a random stream, hopefully not around residential area. And martial arts, of course, working out.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
So moving.
Yeah.
Moving the body.
Getting active, yeah.
Yeah. Do you watch TV shows or movies or anything?
Oh, I'm a fanatic, yeah.
Okay, what's I'll add this. This will be last fast fave 6 questions. Favorite movie or TV show?
Favorite movie or TV show? Favorite movie. Fanatic, so many. Favorite movie would be Waterworld.
Waterworld? Is that the one with like the Shamu and stuff?
No, it's a movie about where the ice caps melt.
Oh.
And it's like an 80s movie with Kevin Costner. Ice caps melt, and then the whole world is filled with water, no land.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
That one's cool. It was filmed all here too in Big Island.
What? Oh, I gotta go watch it.
Like a lot of the pro surfers were like hired as like shark patrol and stuff.
Oh, no way.
My uncle Larry Reel's ex pipe master.
What?
He was working it.
Okay. I gotta check it out.
Waterworld, bro, it's sick.
Waterworld.
Yeah.
Okay, what about TV shows?
TV shows, I'm not always big on TV shows, but I watched Fallout. Fallout was sick.
Oh, I saw the trailer of that. It looks cool.
That one was good.
It's kind of like futuristic. Yeah?
I like post-apocalyptic movies.
Post-apocalyptic.
Like there's did you see the trailer for 28 Years Later?
No, but that's like the zombie one.
Yeah, it looks nuts.
I love zombies. I pretty much watched everything except the 28 days, 28 weeks, 28.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
You can like binge watch them and then watch the new one too.
I can't watch it with my girlfriend because she doesn't like scary ones. So like all the Walking Dead stuff that I love, I watch it by myself. So
no, yeah, the new one looks like disturbing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll go check it out. Okay, last one. Favorite accounts to follow.
Me in Hawaii, because he get all the grinds, all the hookups for the grinds. And then Tommy Eats, because he get all the hookups to the grinds. And then 808 Viral. She does pretty much the same that I do, but she's way better at finding the positive. Way better at it. I'm always just locked into like, I want to show all the crazy stuff that's going on because I'm scared that nobody even knows, and they'll be walking around not aware that there's like something right around the corner. Who else? Hawaii News Report. That's another one.
Okay. I don't know if I follow that one, Hawaii News Report.
Yeah,
I've seen it before. I gotta go.
They've been around for a while. They'll go like private and then back public sometimes.
Yeah, it's cool that you guys are all like cool with each other.
Yeah, it needs to be like that. Yeah. And then I wouldn't mind more people popping up and doing what we do too, because there's a lot of stuff to cover.
Yeah. I know Mike Kailua does that.
Yeah, Danny's got a bunch of stuff going on too, and he's pretty widespread now too.
Yeah.
Danny, who else? Of course, the news channels.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of good work too.
Okay.
Civil Beat.
Okay, Civil Beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you stay informed right here. You heard it here first from the Hungry Hungry Hawaiian. Right now, well, that's all we got for you today. Mahalo for coming in, talking stories, sharing your life story, and all the crazy things happening in Hawaii.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to share before we wrap up? If not, tell us where we can find you.
HHH News with a Z is my handle. If you ever want to hang out or cruise or even just ask for any type of help that you may need, you can message me there, or I'll be in Waikiki next to the Dive Oahu stand.
Okay.
That's where my girl works.
Okay, nice.
And I work at the boat right next to Dive Oahu. Big catamaran, can't miss it. And everybody just be kind to each other, be safe, be aware, be vigilant, and be patient and forgiving and compassionate.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, mahalo, Isaac, for joining us on the Keep It Low podcast. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host, Kamaka. Remember to always keep it aloha.